Welcome to Was and Wire. Today we're talking about housing and local government minister Kor Ming's decisive intervention in a recent incident that had many Malaysians concerned. It feels like lately there's this real tension, between sticking strictly to the rules and maybe being a bit more understanding about simple human error. Sometimes just a small oversight. It seems like it can just blow up completely, and the consequences end up feeling, well, totally out of sync with the original mistake. I mean, we've all seen situations like that, haven't we? A small business owner, maybe they get hit with a massive fine or even told to close temporarily, all for a paperwork mistake, something clearly unintentional. It makes you wonder where the line really is. Is it just about following the letter of the law, like no matter what? Or should we think more about the spirit, what the law is actually trying to do? It's tricky. And the people involved, the stakes for them are often incredibly high. What do you think when it comes to rules, regulations? Where's that line between real disrespect and just an honest, accidental slip-up? We'd love to hear your thoughts.
That's a really important question to kick things off with, especially when you look at the incident that brought Minister Kor Ming into this. We're talking about that dental clinic down in Pontian. You'll probably remember they mistakenly put up the Malaysian flag upside down. Now, this incident, it got a lot of attention very quickly, lots of discussion. And unfortunately, the reaction from the Pontian Municipal Council was, well, pretty severe. They handed down a 30-day business closure order to the clinic.
30 days? Wow.
Yeah, it was a move that definitely sparked a nationwide debate about whether that kind of punishment really fit, especially while things were still being looked into.
And that's exactly when Minister Kor Ming stepped in, wasn't it?
Right.
As the housing and local government minister, he acted fast, very direct. He instructed the National Local Government Department to get in touch with the Pontian Municipal Council right away. And his instruction was crystal clear. Cancel that 30-day closure order. He said the whole thing needed to be handled with more leniency, more understanding.
Definitely a strong signal from the federal level there.
Challenging the local authorities' call, pushing for a different way.
And what's really key here, the core of Kor Ming's reasoning, is how he drew a very sharp line between an unintentional mistake and a deliberate act. He pointed out that the police had actually investigated the flag issue, and their conclusion, it was an unintentional mistake. That's the term they use.
Unintentional, okay.
Yeah, the police found absolutely no malicious intent, no plan to insult or disrespect the flag. And on top of that, the clinic owner, as soon as they realized the error, they put out a public apology straight away, acknowledged the oversight.
So officially no bad intentions involved.
Exactly. That was confirmed.
And that focus on intent, it's so crucial, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Kor Ming himself stressed that, look, respecting the flag is fundamental. Every citizen's responsibility, we all agree on that. But, he argued, this specific case, it just didn't have any malicious intent behind it. None at all. It wasn't defiance. It wasn't some kind of protest. It was just, an unfortunate mistake in how it was displayed.
And that distinction changes everything, doesn't it? How you view it, and more importantly, how you respond to it.
Right. Because national pride, patriotism, it's about genuine respect for symbols, surely, not about punishing accidents like they're deliberate attacks on the nation.
And Kor Ming also touched on a broader worry here. He cautioned against what he called interested parties, people who might try to make waves, stir things up from incidents like this.
Using it for other reasons?
Potentially. He stressed that since the police confirmed no deliberate intent, letting these situations escalate doesn't help national unity or harmony at all. It shows an awareness, I think, that even unintentional events can sometimes be twisted or exploited by people looking to create division, maybe.
Interesting point. So looking at the legal side then, this brings up a big question about authority, doesn't it? Kor Ming was very blunt about it. He said flat out that the Pontian Municipal Council had exceeded its legal authority. Ordering a 30-day closure for an unintentional flag mistake, he basically said that's not within their power.
Yeah, and clarifying that jurisdiction was central to his argument. He explained that local authorities, their main job, their legal scope, it mostly revolves around things like public health and safety.
Okay, so bins, drains, safety regulations, that sort of thing.
Exactly. Punishing how a flag is displayed with closing down a business. In his view, that falls completely outside that scope. He called the council's action an overcorrection.
An overcorrection.
And he went further, saying it violates the spirit of the rule of law. Implying that, okay, laws exist, but how you apply them has to be fair, proportionate, and within your actual legal boundaries, especially when there was no ill intent.
And the potential fallout from that kind of overreach, It's not just about one clinic, is it? It's wider.
Much wider.
And Kor Ming warned that if you over-pursue these kinds of errors, it could really damage the local business environment.
Absolutely.
I mean, imagine businesses constantly worried about getting shut down for honest mistakes. He said it could create a situation where everyone fears for themselves, a state of anxiety. And that kind of fear, he argued, it just chips away at public confidence in government. It doesn't exactly help build a thriving, trusting community, does it?
Not at all. It paints a picture of people constantly looking over their shoulders. That's not a confident, united society. And to really drive the point home legally, then Kor Ming brought up Malaysia's 1963 Emblems and Names Prevention of Improper Use Act.
Ah, the specific law.
Yes, and he was careful to highlight that this law is specifically about deliberate acts of disrespect. Things like, abusing the flag, graffiti on it, trampling it, setting it on fire publicly.
Okay, serious intentional stuff.
Exactly. Actions like that, absolutely, they deserve serious punishment according to the law. But that distinction is crucial to his whole argument. The law targets malice, deliberate insults, not an accidental mistake by a dental clinic.
It really underlines that principle, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Justice needs to separate intent from accident.
precisely.
So this all leads to his main message, really. A call for tolerance, for a more balanced way of enforcing things, especially timely, too, with it being National Day Month.
Mm-hmm.
He specifically urged all Malaysians to embrace mutual tolerance and respect. Said it's vital for showing who we are as a nation, diverse but united.
Moving beyond just reacting harshly to unintentional mistakes.
Yeah, building bridges, not burning them, especially when no harm was meant.
And what really stood out, I thought, was how strongly he rejected certain negative trends. He explicitly spoke out against witch hunts, thuggish politics, or a reporting culture taking root in Malaysia.
That's quite a statement.
It is. It's a clear stand against vindictiveness, against excessive blame, or using minor issues as weapons. Especially, again, when police confirmed no malicious intent, it's a call for, maturity in how we discuss these things publicly.
Exactly. So instead of shutting businesses down,
Yeah.
Kor Ming suggested much more reasonable options for unintentional errors. Things like, giving advice, some guidance, maybe a formal warning, or even a fine.
Right. Measures that actually fit the situation.
Alternatives that make sense in a fair system. One that tries to educate and correct, not just punish harshly when no real disrespect happened.
And he wasn't just suggesting this lightly.
No, he demanded it. He demanded the Pontian Municipal Council pull back that order and handle the case with the leniency it deserved.
Setting a precedent, really.
Totally.
Yeah.
This isn't just about one clinic. It's about how minor mistakes, perceived offenses, get handled across the country, pushing for understanding over just, severe payback.
So yeah, this whole situation and Minister Kor Ming stepping in, it really puts a spotlight on a critical balancing act for any society, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You want to uphold national pride, of course, but you also need to apply justice fairly, proportionally. It forces us to ask, do harsh punishments always match the actual intent behind a mistake? Especially somewhere like Malaysia with its multicultural society where building unity and understanding is so important.
A powerful reminder, really, that sometimes the spirit of the law, the underlying intention, matters just as much as the exact letter.
Absolutely.
Remember to like and subscribe for more videos like this.